Sometimes I choose my projects. Sometimes they choose me. I woke up this morning to find my window well filled with water and water flushing down. Apparently a sprinkler pipe has broken under the ground here, and we're going to need to get that fixed. So first thing we're going to do is shut off the water at the street and drain our window well before we ruin the house. That gets the level of the water down below the window, so it won't be flowing into the house anymore. We'll just let it finish draining naturally as it soaks into the ground. You can see we've stopped the flow of water. We're just going to let this dry out for a day, and then we'll dig it up and repair the damage to the pipe. Are you seeing it?
Yes.
So the water is coming in to the drinking fountain through this pipe, goes down, makes another 90-degree angle, and then comes up this long pipe to your drinking fountain. So the question is, where is the leak coming from? Where are we broken? So what we're going to do at this point... Oh!
Hey, turn it off!
Okay. It's at that lower junction right there. I couldn't tell it filled up with water so fast. All right, let's...
Well, I may have jumped and it made for a bad video.
Yeah, well. There we go.
There.
So you see, here's where the pipe came down. It made that elbow, and we've completely, you can see where it's completely broken free from that union. So we're going to have to dig this whole thing out so we can replace that union, because this pipe here is just busted off at the union. So looking at these parts, I can see that the pipe is not broken. In fact, the glue joint failed and it just burst the pipe out. So what we really need to do is we don't even have to replace any parts. We can simply clean up this edge here, get it sanded smooth again. Same with that one, get it cleaned up good. And then we'll be able to just slide that pipe right back into that T, re-glue it, and we'll have made this repair without having to purchase any parts. So that's a good thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to wash this up really good, make sure we get all the mud out from inside, because this is a drinking water pipe and we don't want to have mud in the line. We're going to turn the water onto the street just briefly to force flush the mud out of this pipe that's been pushed down here while we've been digging around, because right now it's kind of, that end of it is full of mud. So that'll come spraying out really fast and make a big mess, but if we do it very briefly, like 1 second or less, then we'll be able to flush that water out but not bury the whole thing back again in muddy water. So that's our goal. And then this one we'll just take inside and we'll wash it up real good. Then we'll clean up these edges, re-glue it together, and the long pipe coming up for the drinking fountain just screws in. So we'll just put some new Teflon tape on there, re-thread it in there, and this drinking fountain should be back in service again. There we go. See, that cleaned it right out. Now the end of that pipe is nice and clear and clean. So we'll clean up this outer edge here and get that ready to re-glue at this point. We'll apply some of it liberally to this outside here. And again to the inside of this one. Now we want the threaded part to be vertical, so we'll press that on all the way on, set that vertical. Right there is where we want it. So I'm taking this plastic cup, I'm going to make 2 slits in it. About 3/4 of an inch apart, so that I can just keep all the dirt from getting into this fitting while we're putting the fixture back in. We want to make sure we're just protecting that, keeping it clean, so we don't get any dirt into the fitting. So I'll set that right down over the top of that. Setting that down. You don't want to slide all of this one. Rotate it up and set it down. Wrap some new Teflon tape around these threads. That just helps to ensure that those threads are able to make a good watertight seal. Okay, that's ready to thread in. Now to pull this plastic cup off of the end there, I'm actually going to use my shop vac and just vacuum that cup right out of there. Now I've got the end of that. I don't know if it's light enough to see down in the bottom there. There you go. Now you can see the that end is still nice and clean. There's no dirt on it, so our waterway is still going to be nice and clean. That's very important. Okay, so I'm going to feed this standpipe right down in there and thread it into that end, and we'll be good to go. So here we go. About where we want it, and it'll come straight up like this, because what we want is for this to be now filled with rocks, and this coming straight up on the very edge, and then as you turn the drinking fountain on, then your water is just trickling down into these rocks and it'll drain all the way down neatly. And if we had it in the middle, then your drink would go up. So right up against the edge. We'll fill this up with rocks, get it nice and level, and then we'll fill in all the way around and to hold this fixture back down into the ground.
Just keep working. You don't have to smile or face me. I'm just.
Melanie has an extra car seat face. You know, the kind that you just get strapped on the car.
Not for nothing is this channel called Dirty Clothes Dad.